Hey everyone! So, you're in a relationship and you want to keep that flame burning bright, right? You want your man to look at you the way I look at a plate of warm chocolate chip cookies? Well, you've come to the right place. In this video, I'm going to share 7 super practical, super easy tips to keep your man interested. And trust me, these tips are so simple, even I can do them. We're talking about real life stuff here. No complicated relationship equations or anything like that. So grab your notebooks, take some notes, and let's get started. Alright, tip number 1 is all about spending quality time together. And no, I don't just mean sitting on the couch together, each of you scrolling through your phones. I'm talking about real, genuine connection, the kind where you look into each other's eyes, share a laugh, and have meaningful conversations. Remember back when you first started dating? You couldn't get enough of each other. Every moment was filled with excitement and discovery. You were joined at the hip, always exploring new places, trying new things. Whether it was a new city or a hiking trail, every experience was an adventure. Go for a walk in the park, try a new restaurant, cook a meal together, or even take a dance class. Or even just snuggle up on the couch and actually watch a movie together, without the distraction of your phones. It's about being in the moment. The key is to be present, to really focus on each other, and to create new memories. These moments will strengthen your bond. But even just setting aside a little bit of time each day or each week to reconnect can make a world of difference. It doesn't have to be grand. Trust me, your relationship will thank you for it. The effort you put in now will pay off in the long run, bringing you closer together. Now, tip number 2 might seem obvious, but you'd be surprised how many couples struggle with this one: communication. It's the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, yet it's often the most challenging aspect to master. And no, I don't mean just talking about what you're having for dinner or who's doing the dishes. Those are surface-level conversations. I'm talking about really opening up to each other, sharing your thoughts, your feelings, your dreams, your fears. It's about creating a safe space where both partners feel heard and understood. It's about being honest with each other, even when it's hard. Honesty can be uncomfortable, but it's essential for building trust. Because here's the thing, bottling things up inside will only lead to resentment and misunderstandings down the line. Over time, these unresolved issues can create a rift that's hard to bridge. So how do you communicate effectively? Well, first off, listen. And I mean really listen without interrupting. Give your partner your full attention and try to see things from their perspective. This means putting away distractions and being present in the moment. When it's your turn to talk, be clear and direct about how you're feeling. Use I statements instead of you statements, which can make your partner feel attacked or defensive. For example, say, "I feel hurt," when instead of "you always." This small change can make a big difference in how your message is received. The more open and honest you are with each other, the stronger your bond will become. It's a continuous process that requires effort from both sides. Remember, effective communication is not just about talking but also about listening and understanding. The more you practice, the better you'll get at it, and the more fulfilling your relationship will be. Okay, let's talk about romance, baby. Now I know what you're thinking. Ben, romance. Isn't that a little cheesy? And maybe it is a little bit. But trust me, a little bit of cheese never hurt anyone. Romance is all about keeping the spark alive, about reminding your partner why you fell in love with them in the first place. And it doesn't have to be grand gestures or expensive gifts. It's the little things that count. Those little things might seem insignificant, but they hold a lot of meaning and can go a long way in keeping the romance alive. This next tip is all about appreciation. We all love to feel appreciated, right? Well, guess what? Your partner does too. It's so easy to take each other for granted, especially when you've been together for a while. But it's important to remember to express your gratitude for all the things, big and small, that your partner does. Did they take out the trash without being asked? Tell them how much you appreciate it. Did they cook a delicious dinner? Compliment their cooking skills. Seriously though, a little appreciation can go a long way. It's a win-win situation. Life is a roller coaster, right? There are ups and downs, twists and turns. And when you're in a relationship, you're riding that roller coaster together. That's why it's so important to be supportive of each other through thick and thin. Being supportive means being there for your partner no matter what. It means celebrating their victories with them, big or small. It means offering a shoulder to cry on when things are tough. Now, being supportive doesn't mean you have to agree with everything your partner does or that you have to be their therapist. Knowing that you have someone in your corner who has your back, no matter what, that's a powerful thing. Okay, this next tip might seem a little counterintuitive, but Hear me out. Maintain your independence. It's crucial to remember that being in a relationship doesn't mean losing your individuality. Now I know what you're thinking. Ben, you just told us to spend more time together. Now you're telling us to spend time apart? Well, yes and no. It's not about distancing yourself, but about nurturing your own identity. It's all about finding a balance. You need to strike a harmony between togetherness and personal space. See, when you're in a relationship, it's easy to lose yourself in the we. You become so intertwined that you might forget who you are as an individual. You start doing everything together, you stop seeing your friends as much, you might even give up your hobbies. Those things that once brought you joy and fulfillment. And while it's great to share your life with someone, it's also important to have your own interests and passions outside of the relationship. These are the things that make you, you. Think about it. Before you met your partner, you were a whole person with your own unique experiences, interests, and goals. These aspects of your life are what made you attractive to your partner in the first place. It will make you a more interesting and well-rounded person, which ultimately benefits your relationship. So, remember to nurture your own soul while you nurture your relationship. Alright, last but not least, tip number 7 is all about keeping things exciting. Remember how I talked about trying new things at the beginning of the relationship? Well, that doesn't end just because you've been together for a while. In fact, it's even more important to shake things up a bit as time goes on. Routines are comfortable, sure, but they can also lead to boredom and predictability. And nobody wants that. So, how do you keep things exciting? Well, get creative. Plan a surprise date night, try a new activity together, take a weekend getaway, or even just switch up your usual routine. The key is to inject a little bit of spontaneity and adventure into your relationship. So, go out there and have some fun. So there you have it, folks. 7 simple yet powerful tips to keep your man interested, engaged, and head over heels in love with you. Remember, relationships take work, but it's the best kind of work you'll ever do. If you enjoyed these tips, be sure to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more relationship advice, funny stories, and maybe even a dance break or two. So keep these tips in mind, go out there, and enjoy a loving and fulfilling relationship.